make some extra sales. And so if you want to at least explore this idea, then let's make sure we keep it simple, streamlined, and stress-free. I'm Amy Porterfield, ex-corporate girl turned CEO of a multi-seven-figure business. But it wasn't all that long ago that I lacked the confidence, budget, and the time to focus on growing my small but mighty business. Fast forward past many failed attempts and lessons learned, and you'll see the business I have today. One that changes lives and gives me more freedom than I ever thought possible. One that used to only exist as a daydream. I created the Online Marketing Made Easy podcast to give you simple, actionable, step-by-step strategies to help you do the same. If you're an ambitious entrepreneur or one in the making who's looking to create a business that makes an impact and a life you love, you're in the right place, friend. Let's get started. Well, hey there. Welcome back to Online Marketing Made Easy. This is a shorty episode all about a last-minute holiday offer if you choose to do one. Now, I say last minute because this episode's coming out pretty late in the year, right? And you might think, well, Amy, why didn't you do this episode months and months ago so I could have planned something big and elaborate for my last hurrah of the year? Well, most of you do not want to do something like that. As we get closer to the holidays, most of us want a little extra downtime. Most of us don't want to be doing really big launches in the last 2 months of the year. However, most of us might need to close the gap on some of our goals. So if you set specific revenue goals and maybe you're a little bit farther from meeting that goal than you would like, you might be interested in doing a last minute holiday offer. But that means it can't be elaborate. You can't work on it for months and months, and you don't want it to be so sophisticated that it fully stresses you out at a time when you'd rather be spending time with family and friends. Let's be honest, right? So how can you keep this simple? How can you do something last minute, but pull from resources you already have, offers maybe you've made in the past that you revive? Just what can you pull from or put together quickly that would be high value for your audience, but low stress for you? And that is what we are talking about today. So welcome. I'm so very glad you're here. And listen, if you love this podcast, would you mind sharing it with some of your entrepreneurial friends? My goal is to get out in front of as many business builders as possible to help make their businesses more successful with ease. And I think this is a really great example of doing so. So maybe grab this episode, send it to a friend that might need to close that gap before the end of the year. So here's the thing. The holiday season, if you just look at it from a personal standpoint, it could be overwhelming. It could be a lot of work. I know that I have like 15 people coming from different states to Nashville for Thanksgiving, and I don't cook. So let me tell you, I am very stressed out. So holidays can be stressful, but also a lot of fun. And if you're not careful, your business can take over and you actually don't end up spending the holidays as you would like. I remember years and years ago where I would work right up until like Christmas Eve. I remember vividly, it was Wednesday, so the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I've told the story already on this podcast before, so if you're an OG, you've already heard it. But I was with Chloe, who used to be my right hand in my business, and the two of us were sitting at my kitchen table in my house in Carlsbad, California. It was Wednesday at about 4 p.m. And we were working on some campaign, getting ready for something, and we were like deep in it. And we took a break and we were scrolling social media. And I remember watching Marie Forleo make her famous mashed potatoes, and they looked so delicious. She had holiday music on in her house. She had the candles lit. She was in the kitchen. She was whipping up her mashed potatoes for dinner for the next night. And I looked at Chloe and I said, that's what we should be doing. We should be preparing to spend time with family and eat good food and just enjoy ourselves. Because most businesses, including mine, we take that Thursday and Friday off if you're in the US for Thanksgiving. However, that day before, when I watched Marie plan her meals, I thought, I want that. So literally, that was the very final holiday that we ever worked on a Wednesday in my business. Now I give Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off because I just thought, how fun to just spend the day before Thanksgiving planning and spending time with family and maybe drinking a little wine and making your mashed potatoes or whatever it might be. So I just think as business owners, we have to remember we are the bosses. We get to determine when we work and when we don't, whether that be for us and or for our team. That was just a moment that I thought, I don't want to be doing it like this anymore. So I made the shift. And it's always been, Wednesdays have always been special now because of that, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So anyway, remember, you get to do things on your terms. That's the beauty of being your own boss, building your own businesses, because you're doing them on your terms. And don't lose sight of that. And this is an episode for another time, but if you're feeling frustration, resentment, a little bit of anger, maybe in terms of how the year went or how you're spending your time, look in the mirror. You are the one dictating that. You might make excuses, but Amy, it's this or it's that. I'm talking mainly about business here. So I'm not saying anything about your personal life, but for business, you have to look in the mirror and say, I am the one ultimately who is deciding how much I work, how little I work, how I work, who I work with, what I work on. You are the boss, my friend. So you might need to talk to yourself and say, maybe it's time to change a few things. And as we're getting near the end of the year, this is a great time to reflect on all of that. But I'm getting off track a little bit. Let's get back to the holiday season campaign that perhaps you might want to put together. So again, holidays can be a little bit stressful. And with that, you don't want a super complicated marketing campaign. However, as I mentioned, the holidays can be an incredible opportunity to actually make some extra sales. And so if you want to at least explore this idea, then let's make sure we keep it simple, streamlined, and stress-free. So let's dive in and explore 3 different types of holiday offers that you can create that will help you end the year on a high note without all the headaches. First up, let's talk about a workshop course. So this is a great option if you're looking to create a quick, impactful offer that you can sell and deliver in a short period of time. So the beauty of a workshop course is that it's easy. To be very clear, it is a 1-hour live training that you sell in advance. And then people show up at a specific date and time, and you are going to deliver a lesson on a very specific topic. And then if you want, you can add a 15-minute Q&A to the end, making it longer than an hour, or at the 45-minute mark, you do a 15-minute live Q&A. Now, the goal here is to choose a topic that's timely and relevant to your audience, one that they're actively searching for and they need help with. Maybe you're a wellness coach, and as you know, going into the holidays can be really hard for people to stay on track. So maybe it's a 1-hour training on how to not waste all the effort you had made up until that point in the year over the holidays. Or maybe it's something about how to start planning for the new year, getting clear on your new wellness goals, what worked this year, what didn't work, how you want to reset things, where do you want to invest your time and energy on your health. So very timely topics for a holiday promo do really well. Hey there, a quick word from our sponsor, Shopify. If you sell digital products in your business, such as templates, planners, checklists, guides, any kind of printables, you should definitely check out Shopify. In fact, I just did a whole podcast about how selling digital products like printables is a great way to get a quick cash injection. So I want you to upgrade your business and get a high converting checkout when you use Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/made easy, all lowercase. So go to shopify.com/made easy to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/made easy. Hey there, before we continue, a quick word from our sponsor, LinkedIn. So here's the deal. You know how noisy the ad space can be, right? If your message isn't targeted to the right audience, it just disappears into the noise. However, with LinkedIn ads,